Hello, friends. Welcome to the CrossFit Grandview podcast. We are on episode number 11. They just keep coming. We're getting good.
Absolutely.
Today, we are talking about the biggest mistake we see in fitness. Good topic for a lot of people. Okay, we've heard this, come from people. They've been talking about it. We see it happen more oftentimes than not. So, Brandon, why don't you tell us, what is the biggest mistake?
So the biggest mistake that me and Joey both see is this all or nothing mentality in fitness. Oftentimes started by I'm going to start on Monday. So, quick story, I had a buddy who was back when I first started training, and I was trying to really get him into it, and he said I think it was 4 Mondays in a row, I'd text him, I just kept texting him. He's like, I'm going to start next Monday. And I'm like, well, if you can't make it today, just come tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can come to class tomorrow. It wasn't a big deal. We'll have people who go through elements occasionally. So we have our little onboard program that takes a week to get through. And if they miss the first Monday, that can sometimes start a cycle where they miss 2 or 3 weeks, and then we have to kind of put them back through an onboarding process or give them some personal training to get them back up to speed. And it's like, hey, you could have came Tuesday and you would have been.
There's other days in the week.
Yes. So a good example. So people will, especially with CrossFit, I feel like, because it's an extreme style of training. So people who want to make a drastic life change will actually, they'll want to seek this out. But their plans will maybe be too ambitious. It'll be I'm going from the couch, 5 pops a day, drinking all weekend, to I'm going to go to CrossFit 6 days a week. I'm going to run intervals 2 days a week, and then I'm going to do yoga one of those days too. And I'm not going to drink any alcohol. I'm not going to eat any sugar. I'm going to eat perfect. And they get through intros, they get through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're nailing it, they're doing it, and then, Thursday, they blow a tire out on their way to class. And then that causes this big stressful event. They go home, they stress eat, and they wake up the next day, they feel like crap. Well, I'm not going to go today. I'm just going to wait till next Monday. So then they miss,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
4 days in a row of training. And, the next week, maybe they have to travel for work on Wednesday. And, every time a little setback happens, all of a sudden it punts off until I can get it going perfect again. I'm not going to train. And people need to stop doing this.
Yeah, it's that, like you said, all or nothing mentality. It's I got to do everything right now. It's no, baby steps.
Absolutely. And it takes time to build these patterns and cadences just into the rhythm of your life. Brushing your teeth is a great example. So if you were exhausted and you fell asleep on the couch and you forgot to brush your teeth on Wednesday, you're not going to punt brushing your teeth off to Monday because I miss Wednesday, so I might as well wait until Monday to brush my teeth.
This week's a wash.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't do that. You wake up Wednesday and you're like,
ew, gross.
Yeah, my mouth, or Thursday, my mouth's nasty. I'm going to
go brush my teeth.
Go brush my teeth. And you need to do the same thing with training. And it hurts a little bit more if you miss a day, off your regular schedule, but it hurts a lot more when you miss 5-6 days. And that's almost as hard for some people, if not harder, than starting for the first time. Because you're ripping that Band-Aid off, and it's in your head I just started this, and I remember how bad it hurt. I'm going to be right back in that same spot for a few days. It's going to really hurt. I'm going to run out of gas. If you keep putting yourself through that over and over again, it's not going to be long before you just fall off the rails of your entire fitness routine.
Oh, yeah. Our athlete of the week, Brian Noble, he's a great example of this good balance because, it took him a while to start. He kept convincing himself, I can't go this month, blah, 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 I'm going to be busy, blah, blah, blah. And finally his wife was like, I'm tired of you talking about this. For Father's Day, she bought him a whole month of training. She's like, well, now you have to go. I already paid for it. And he came in, he did his intros, and he's like, I can't come in here 6 days a week. I'll keel over. So,
sure.
His goal is I'm going to come in 3 days a week. I'm going to start steady, work from there. Now I see him 4 days a week.
Yep.
You know, he's 3 months into it, you know, and he's like, all right, now I'm going to start eating better because I can really see the benefits there.
Yep.
You know, it's like these small incremental steps will help you so much instead of just being like, I got to do everything I can right now at this minute.
Yep.
You can't sustain that.
No, not at all. And this is really important our last podcast was on, we're coming into the lazy months where people are going to be traveling for Thanksgiving, holidays, Christmas, all of that type of stuff, New Year's. And it's going to jack up some fitness weeks, you know, when you do that. You're going to be traveling. But, you know, if your diet goes off the rails on Thanksgiving, bring it back, you know. Friday, jump into a workout.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. Jump back into it.
You'll feel so much better, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially people be hanging out with families. Some people's families, like, they kind of party when they all get together, so they're like, you know, they're not feeling great. But if you jump back on the horse right away, because it's really a small amount of time, like, people will be like, well, the holidays got me. What is the holidays? The holidays is a couple family gatherings, like a day or two, a couple of times. You don't have to let that ruin 3 months of training.
Yeah.
Jump back on it. You might not be at your peak or ready to compete in something or like
and that's fine.
Ready to jump on a beach, but if you let that break up 3 months of training and then you start back over again,
it's going to hurt so bad.
Yeah. It's not good. And that start, stop until nothing's ever going to be perfect.
Never.
It's never going to be perfect. You're never going to have that perfect schedule where, oh, well, 3 years ago when work let me out at this time and, you know, you're never going to be able to recreate that. Or even that wasn't what you're talking about, you know?
Never.
You need to keep those consistent cadences. Just make sure you're getting back to training. Just think of it like brushing teeth.
Yeah, and you know, we harp about this all the time. It's just being consistent.
Yep.
You know, it's really just boils down to that. It's okay to miss a day. You get thrown off your schedule. That's fine. Get back on the horse. It's really all it boils down to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what we're not saying here is, you have to feel great about missing a week of training or that this doesn't take some sort of discipline, lifestyle like choices and, you know, some sacrifice in what you're going to do. Like, hey, I might be, you know, waking up and going to the CrossFit Grandview workout on Thanksgiving and not getting somewhere early or missing something and then, you know, jumping on it right back on it the next day to maintain my fitness rather than, well, we normally do like a big night out the night before Thanksgiving and we go to the local bar and I meet up with all my high school buddies and do all that. You know, maybe you miss that this year, you know, to stay on top of your CrossFit. But
and
it takes some sacrifice to maintain this kind of level of fitness.
Yeah, and you know, you're absolutely right. It's going to take some sort of sacrifice to keep you on track and stuff like that. And you know, at the end of the day, we're not just like trying to make you, you know, like a superhero fitness guy or whatever. We're just trying to make you the best version of you can be. We just want to see you guys healthy and succeed in this stuff. And like you said, it's going to take a little bit of sacrifice to achieve that goal.
Absolutely. And so all or nothing fitness mentality is absolutely the biggest mistake we see in the gym. So if you ever notice yourself having those tendencies, try and catch yourself in it and jump back on it. And one thing I think I was going to mention, and for people who are actually, you know, doing that, you know, 6 days, 2 hours a day, like CrossFit competitors, professional athletes, guys like that, you guys actually, I feel like, need to watch it the most because it is really, really challenging when those competitive days start to wrap up for you or you want to make a shift.
Yeah.
To actually maintain some sort of like normal fitness regimen. So like in a few years, you know, say if you're ever like your life pivots and you're like, hey, I'm not trying to make the CrossFit Games this year, you'll have to encounter that at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
You'll have to like think about it because I know it was tough for me.
Yeah, I've already thought about that too. It was
me,
like, hey, you still just go to the gym, man. You don't have to try go in there and PR your snatch every day, and you know, just go gym, work out, have fun. That's all it's about.
Yeah. So for you CrossFit competitors or even ex-competitors, pro athletes, like, doesn't mean you have to quit training when you're done. You just have to shift your focus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, guys, that's that all or nothing mentality that we're talking about. If you see yourself falling in that trap, take a step back, get back on the horse. Reevaluate your situation. We are open 364 days out of the year, so come see us. Now, up next, we got a couple announcements, some cool things in the works. It is the Hot for the Holidays season. Very cool. I love this time of year. All right, so we've got that contest coming up. Brandon's going to explain to us what exactly that is.
Cool. So Hot for the Holidays, it's a little bit different this year. The contest officially opens up October 20th on a Saturday, and it's going to open with a workout. So previously, it's just been before and after pictures, start and end date. This year, we're going to add a workout, and so that's similar to what we do with Summer Shred. So we're adding a fitness component to it, not just a before and after picture component. It's $25 buy-in. All you have to do, we have a sign-up sheet in the athlete's corner, so we have a clipboard right in front. All you got to do is print your name there. We'll charge it right before October 20th, and then ideally what we'll have you do is that Saturday, the workout we're doing, we're just running as the class workout, and we'll have you judged in there, and the workout's 1,000-meter row, 50 bar facing burpees, and then 30 thrusters at 95-65.
Gnarly.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Jackie-esque workout. So you can scale the weight on the workout, but it's a pretty inclusive workout. It doesn't have any kind of tricks into it. It's really going to just test your engine and your fitness. And so what we're going to do is couple that with before and after pictures. So what we're looking at for the workout is actually how well you do it, but also improvement. So
yeah, we're getting some analytics on this.
Yeah. So it's a combination of how well you do it and improvement. So what we don't want to necessarily see, so if you blow it out of the water and then you have like a small improvement, that's good. So if you're already pretty fit and you do well on it and then you do better just a little bit, that's still good. If you start and you don't do that well on it, or it takes you a while and you have a big improvement, that's also really good. But we're factoring that in, that like people who are fit and going to knock it out of the park and are training very consistently, they're not going to have quite as big of an improvement. But we're going to take into account like, hey, you knocked this out of the park. The cool thing about the Hot for the Holidays, I'm just pulling up the details here. The more people that sign up, the higher the pot. Yeah. So it's been over $1,000
every year, man. Someone makes some good coin off this.
2 years in a row, it's been over $1,000. So the more people that sign up, the higher that's going to go. I'd like to see it, start pushing $1,500.
Let's do it. You hear that?
I can basically pay for your year of CrossFit if you win it. So if you take it seriously, every year it comes down to about
2 or 3 people.
2 or 3 people on each side.
Yeah.
So a lot of people start off hot and then kind of fizzle because it's in the hardest part of the year.
It's hard.
Yeah, to like stay focused.
You got to earn that money.
Yeah. But 2 or 3 people are usually in the mix. And then this year we're going to give, so we don't have a second and third place prize, but this year we'll recognize runners up and give them a discount to the Athletes Corner for that. And then we'll announce the winners at our holiday party, which is going to be December 14th at the View again from 6 to 10. It's our biggest party of the year. So that's when we announce the winners. Now, if you can't make that Saturday, October 20th, it's fine. I'm going to print out sheets, and you can get judged just like it was an open workout. If you can't make like our Saturdays and an open workout, you can go ahead and come in and make it up a few days before or after so you can get your baseline, and then you'll be sending your pictures to Kate's email, which is on the announcement that's on Facebook. And then what else do we have coming up? Football party.
Yeah, football party, November 10th. Game time's TBA. We're probably looking at maybe a noon kickoff for that, depending on. Do we know who are we playing that night? Do we know?
Can't remember. It's it's our fall social. So come
we'll
out, have some beers.
Yeah, we're going to be over at the Grandview Cafe. Yeah. Come on in. You're going to get some free food and drink.
Yep.
It's always a good time.
We got the top rented out, so.
Last time we rented that thing out, it was nuts.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Yep. So we just want people from the gym to come hang out.
Come mingle.
Yep. Get some drinks and beers on us, and then watch the game. So game's going to be on. Ohio State's killing it. So come hang out with us, watch the game, and we will be announcing the time as soon as they announce it.
Yeah, as soon as we know, you'll know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, to reiterate, Hot for the Holidays, that starts October 20th. Okay.
Yep.
Little workout. Your before pictures are due that day, and I'll link the email address on the podcast and everything for you guys. And then after pictures are due December 8th. All right. Game time, football party, November 10th, and then our holiday party, December 14th. All right. That does it for our 11th episode of the CrossFit Grandview podcast. We will see you guys next time. Adios.